I created a website for Disney. So how I went about this is I created 3 different folders here for 3 different pages for this website. In order to connect them all together, I created a div for reference, inputted the information for each page, and then the names of what I wanted the pages to be called. And then I created a header for the most magical place on earth as shown above. And then created a section here to kind of explain, Disneyland, like how much fun it could be and all that. I also created an image. How I found that is by going to find the image on Google and then putting that image into its own tab, clicking inspect, and then taking that link from the inspect and pasting it here. I also did update the width on and the height on the image so then it could fit on the screen a little better. And then with the div, it helped so then it can create these little links to go back and forth from each page, which is actually really cool. And then I did create a footer for each page as a normal site would, just showing that I created this, what year it is. And then moving on to the next page. So we're going to go ahead and click this up here. And then that brought us to things to do in Disneyland. Another image that I did also find on Google, finding it the same way, and then inspecting, getting that link from there, inputting it here, changing the width and the height, and then entering paragraphs here. So there's so many fun things to do at Disneyland. I created an unorganized list. There was no steps or things that, one that stood out more than the other, so I did an unorganized list for this little list here for things. And then I created a table to help whomever visits the site find baby-friendly rides, as they are few and far between in Disney. So what I did is creating a table here. So the tables are only created horizontally, so you have to go in single-handedly here. And so I did baby-friendly, where are they in the park, inside, outside, and then going from each row you create. So there's the table row and then the piece that goes for each column. So Small World is the baby-friendly ride. Where are they in the park? Fantasyland, inside or outside? It is inside. So that's just self-explanatory. As you go down, you'll see that there's Jungle Cruise, Winnie the Pooh, Dumbo, if it's outside, inside, and then we close the table. And then that closes this section, as this was one giant section, just to kind of help with that. So then finally going to the last one for news, I'm gonna click this up here to direct. So catch up on the latest news with Disney Resort. So what I did on this one is I created a reference link. So I did a link to an actual site online for Disneyland news, and then I changed the wording on it so then it wasn't just a link on there, because I felt that looked a little unorganized. So I changed it to Disneyland news here, so then that way we can go up here and click on Disneyland news, and then that redirects us to a new site to help give us the new updated information should we need it. And then I created a form for people to sign up for the newsletter, if there's one. And then for that, you just create these inputs here. So you want to input one for your first name for the placeholder here, and then that directs to this one where you can type in your name, and then the placeholder for your last name, and then finally the last one for your email address, because you want to email the weekly newsletter. So then you close that form, and then last I did have another image on here where I did the same thing of finding it on Google, changing the width and the height, and then putting a footer. I did have quite a few different header sizes between 1 and 3, just to keep it fun and exciting and not look so bulky.